How I became a professional fake boyfriend and church event singer. So when I was 17, my classmate Jason, runs up to me by my locker, looking like he's just seen a ghost and run a marathon. He's all sweat, looking over his shoulder like he's in a spy movie, and he shoves this wad of cash, 3 damp $20 bills, into my hand. He's got this wild, frantic expression on his face. He goes, "I need you to be my boyfriend for 1 hour, please." So I'm thinking, weird. Very, very weird. But $60 is $60. That's like 12 large Slurpees. I'm in. But I ask him why, and oh boy. Apparently his mom had been tidying up his room and found his stash. His imported skincare routine. All of it. The snail mucin serum, the 24K gold-flecked eye cream, the 10-step Korean regimen, and from this she had concluded, not that he had great skin, but that he was gay, and that his immortal soul was in mortal peril. She thought the eye cream was like a gateway to eternal damnation. So, naturally, she did what any rational parent would do. She invited her entire Bible study group over for an emergency spiritual realignment, an intervention to save Jason's soul from the fiery pits. His plan? He needed me to show up and be, as he said, flamboyant. I said, "What does that even mean?" He's pacing, just vibrating with panic, saying, "I don't know, just be a lot. Be uncomfortable, talk about fabric, or it's our feelings. Just make them want to leave. They'll be gone in 20 minutes, tops. Easy money, right?" Right. So, I go home. I prepare. I show up at 3 p.m. sharp, wearing my sister's old skinny jeans, the ones I'd had to lay down on the bed to zip up. I was risking a vital organ, but fashion is pain. And to top it off, a sparkly lavender-colored shirt I got from the thrift store. You know the kind. It sheds glitter. I ring the doorbell, take a deep breath, and then I knock. And I holler, loud enough that Mrs. Peterson from 3 doors down, who is legally a statue, looked, "J-Bear, my darling! Honey, I'm home!" His mom opens the door, and her face just freezes. You know that look? Like a computer that just got the blue screen of death. That was her. Blank. Horrified. And clustered behind her like a flock of nervous and very judgmental sheep are 5 elderly women, all clutching their Bibles. One of them literally hissed. I'm not kidding, like a cat. They're in a religious huddle bracing for spiritual warfare. I completely ignore them. I spot my man. I shout, "There he is!" And I run to Jason, throwing my arms around him in a hug that probably cracked a rib. I announce to the room, "Huggy Bear, I brought the matching avocado aloe face masks and a brand new playlist I made from Hamilton. It's time for our romantic spa day." Jason's face just drains, sheet white, like medical emergency white. But me? I was committed to the bit. I was determined to earn that $60. For the next hour, I went full theater kid. I was an artist. I called him my dearest Pookie Poo and my little sugar strudel. I walked into the living room, hand glued to my hip, and just shed. I loudly critiqued the feng shui. I told his mom her curtains were hostile and that the lighting in the room was personally attacking my aura. I bypassed the cookies on the table, picked one up, sniffed it, and looked at Jason with mock pity. "Pookie, no. Are these store-bought and carbs right before our hot yoga lates class?" Tsk, tsk. I started reorganizing their DVD collection, muttering, chronologically by director, obviously, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Wait, Kurosawa before Kubrick. Jason, honey, is this a barn? We talked about this." All while humming, badly but loudly, the best, most dramatic songs from Wicked. The ladies stared. Just stared. Like I was a 5-car pileup in slow motion. One of them was fanning herself with her Bible. The other was gripping her purse like it was a life raft and the Titanic was going down. And then I made my fatal mistake. I saw it, in the corner, an old dusty piano. I spun around, full jazz hands. J-Bear, my sweet, precious J-Bear, let's sing that special duet we've been practicing for the school talent show. Before he could even breathe, I was at that piano. I pounded out a chord, and I launched into the most ridiculously over-the-top, eardrum-shattering rendition of Suddenly Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors that has ever been performed outside of a high school drama club's fever dream. I'm doing this insane, warbling, pseudo-operatic falsetto for the Audrey parts, then dropping into this gravelly, Bad Marlin Brando for Seymour. I'm belting. I'm emoting. I think I cried a real tear. And Jason? He just stood there, mortified. He was still holding the two avocado face masks like they were green grenades, and he'd forgotten how to pull the pins. He was frozen. A deer in the headlights of my magnificent, terrible talent. I finished with a massive, triumphant flourish, arms out, head back. And silence. Dead, awkward, deafening silence. The only sound was the air conditioner kicking on. Then, one of the ladies, the one who hissed, she starts clapping. Just clap, clap. Then another joins in, and then all five of them erupt in thunderous applause. The head lady, the one who'd been clutching her purse, she stands up. She's weeping. Actual tears. She walks over, puts a hand on my glittery shoulder, and says, "Young man, that was the most beautiful, soul-stirring thing I have ever heard." She turns to Jason. "Jason, you must marry this talented, anointed boy before someone else snatches him up." And just like that, Jason's mom snaps out of her blue screen of death. She pulls out her phone, planning our wedding. I mean it. She's asking me if I prefer a spring or fall color palette, and if my side of the family has any severe shellfish allergies she needs to tell the caterer about. It got worse. The ladies loved the performance so much, they all wanted me. They invited me to sing at the church's upcoming bake sale. They wanted a fully choreographed number. One was already texting her granddaughter about hiring me for her Sweet 16. Another one wanted to know if I could sing a blessing over her new minivan. Jason is full-on panicking. He's just mouthing, "No, no, no," behind his mom's back. And that's when Jason's little sister, Emily, walks in from soccer practice, muddy, feral. She takes one look at the scene. Me, still holding my jazz hands finale pose, her mom on the phone with a florist, and the entire Bible study group applauding. She just realizes. She rolls her eyes, and she announces to the whole room, "Mom, what are you doing? Jason paid him $60 this morning at school to pretend to be his boyfriend." Silence. Again. But this time, it was colder. Jason's mom slowly turns towards him with a face full of fury, like 1,000 burning suns. The church ladies all stared at me in complete shocked bewilderment. I was still holding my jazz hands. I didn't know what else to do, so I just slowly put them down. Finally, after what felt like an hour, the head church lady, the one who cried, clears her throat. She looks at Jason. Then she looks at me, and she says, with perfect icy composure, "Well, Jason, at least you have great taste in performers." She turns back to me, all business. "Are you available for my granddaughter's graduation party next month? We'll pay double what he gave you, and I'll throw in a $50 Olive Garden gift card." But that's not even the end. The real money was in the gigs. I ended up singing at 3 more church-adjacent events that month. But the peak was the baptism. It's for the head lady's other granddaughter's new baby. I'm there. They've paid me $75 and a $25 gift certificate to a local craft store. They ask me to sing something appropriate and joyful while the baby gets, baptized. So I'm standing there. The baby is screaming. The pastor is wet. I panic. My mind goes completely blank. What's an appropriate baptism song that also has, pizzazz? My brain short-circuits, and the only song it can find is Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid. So I did it. I sang it. full-throated. I'm talking. The newt play the flute. The carp play the harp. I'm pretty sure I did the little calypso side-to-side shuffle. And the weirdest part? They loved it. The head lady said, I brought a real sense of joy to the sacrament. And to this day, Jason's mom still laughs about it. She still asks me when we're finally setting a date. Jason, by the way, has had a girlfriend for 2 years. His mom is convinced I'm the one who straightened him out. She sends me a Christmas card every year. And every year, tucked inside, is a $10 Olive Garden gift card. Every single year.